Would y'all welcome David Lutes back up here?
Thank you all. Is everybody still okay?
We're good. We're lined up.
You are. We shouldn't have given you all the full 15 minutes to drink. Should have just called it a bathroom break or something. All right.
Didn't take that long.
Queen, what is it? Queen
Yeah. I shouldn't give them things to talk about.
Probably not.
All right. Here's a song for my mom. No, before you aw.
The biggest star was writing this down.
Yeah. No, this is about how children don't listen to their mothers. So I'm not sure if that's really what you want to say. But anyway, no, it's coming to realize that maybe I should have listened to my mom, particularly in matters of love. You all have those memories of being young and in love and being just kind of stupid, and that's what the song's about. It's called "Be Reasonable." My mother said. Sister, my burnished six-string heart, she picked me up and then she picked me apart. And let the pieces fall. My drug of choice was Hank Williams tunes. Who cheating hard, it told the truth. And in the silence scroll, now I can't get it out of my head. I can't get it out of my head. Be reasonable, be reasonable. My mother said, I can't get it out of my head. I can't get out of this bed. Be reasonable, be reasonable. My mother always said. I know that I should pick up a phone. 9 months have gone and I'm eating alone. Oh, if I eat at all. Now I can't get it out of my head. I can't get it out of my head. Be reasonable, be reasonable. My mother said, I can't get it out of my head. I can't get out of this bed. Be reasonable, be reasonable. My mother always said. Ha! Ooh, ooh, ooh. But Lady Fortune has a winking eye. I met a girl with an easy mind. Let the chips fall where they may. I will be strong today. But I can't get her into my head. I can't get her into my head. Be reasonable, be reasonable. My mother said, I can't get it into my head. I'm still trying to bring back the dead. Be reasonable. I never heard a word my mother said. My rhythm section. There's just a nice feeling in this room right now. Whit Hyde, where are you, sir? You're hiding behind that pole. He's hiding. Whit hiding. Let's have another round of applause for Whit again. Yeah. I can certainly identify with the whole latte being brewed, coffee being ground. Those are like dues to pay, I think, in this business. But then you get in this sort of situation, you don't know what to do with yourself because all of a sudden everybody's listening to everything you do.
We're all watching.
Oh gosh, yeah, and watching every move and listening. Gosh, I have to write songs that mean something now. Here's a down and out Texas love song. For some reason, the Brits really like this one. I don't know. I guess they're having the recession over there too, so everybody can identify with being down and out, and we seem to specialize in it in Texas. So it's called "Love in the Hard Times." Jackie found him sleeping in her car. His old boots were sticking out over her yard. With a slap from her right hand, he nearly jumped out of his skin. And the car horn woke up half the block, they say. Johnny heard her laughing as he screamed, but it was nicer than his whiskey-colored dream. He tried to pull his boots back in, but she was holding on to them. And Johnny caught the stick shift, where as they say the sun don't shine. He's the king of the sandlot right in the small town rodeo. She's the queen of the laundromat doing the cowgirl do-si-do. No tales, just dimes, but it's something finding love in the hard times. Johnny knew her glances, they didn't lie. She was stealing looks over coffee in their double wide. He looked like what the cat dragged in, and then coughed up again. But somehow she was smiling at the sight, as Jackie saw the blue behind his black eye. And a young man's body old before its time. And he knew what it was like to be falling down all your life. And he had hit rock bottom in her '83 Chevette. He's the king of the sandlot right in the small town rodeo. She's the queen of the laundromat doing the cowgirl do-si-do. No tales, just dimes, but it's something finding love in the hard times. Johnny brought his jeans to have them cleaned. 8 years of Texas dirt under the seams, and his body's healing good since he's been working under hoods and clowning at the rodeo for free. Well, Jackie picks him up on the weekends, in her 83 Chevette where it began, with a grocery store at Rose, Dairy Queen and the radio, a night on the Oasis. All their friends are in low places. He's the king of the sandlot riding the small town rodeo. She's the queen of the laundromat doing the cowgirl do-si-do. No tales, just dimes, but it's something finding love in the hard times. No tales, just dimes, but it's something finding love. Yeah, it's something finding love. Yeah, it's something finding love in the hard time. Hey.
Thank you. Well, it's interesting to see how generations, over the course of generations, how views will change. And, you know, for generation to generation, all of a sudden there's discord between parents and children over how you look at something or somebody. And that's been, I think, particularly true, at least recently in the South, as that generation, you know, which racism and bigotry and all those sorts of things were just sort of in the water, and just part of kind of the common experience and common dialogue. And since then, how all of a sudden that just, not all of a sudden, it seems kind of irreconcilable with the experience today. So I wrote a song about that. It's a son who's just struggling to understand and to love his father, who harbors a lot of these attitudes, and this is all set in the context of his father's death, and trying to figure out how to feel about it. It's called Burying Jeb Sutter.
On a hilltop in Jackson, by the side of the road, where a fella can see the whole town. Well, they say all the Yankees stopped and took in the view before Grant had them tear the place down. You'd always tell me when I was a kid that if you'd just been there that day, you'd have put a big bullet between Ulysses' eyes and a bounty on load on his stave. And now you're lying there cold, and you died like you lived, mixing vinegar words with your beer. And they called you Jeb Sutter, I called you Dad. I just can't seem to shed you a tear, to shed you a tear. Think of big old Tom Steele, that black sharecropper son who lived down beside the old pond, where he pulled me out as I sank like a stone. But you just cursed him for touching your son. knocked him down with the butt of your gun. And now you're lying there cold, and you died like you lived. Your eyes red with hatred and fear. And they called you Jeb Sutter, I called you Dad. I just can't seem to shed you a tear. Shed you a tear. Shed you a tear. Cause you loved me, and you tell me so, when the drinking would settle your mind. And I know that I love you, but I just don't feel like giving you credit by crying. Now you're lying there cold, and you died like you lived, holding your bitterness dear. And they called you Jeb Sutter, I called you Dad. I just can't seem to shed you a tear. On a hilltop in Jackson, by the side of the road, well, there's a graveyard overlooking the town. And my body's shaking as I take in the view of them putting old Jeb Sutter down. Yeah, they're putting my dad in the ground.
Thanks. All right, somebody watching Bob? Okay. There were just some quiet moments in that song, Bob, and I just swear I could hear you sort of softly snoring in the back. It was very percussive, yeah. When you threatened to fall asleep before my show had even began, that's when you put a big target on your back. Plus, I just love you so much, Bob. No, thank you. Okay, everybody, settle down. There's a lot of stuff in that bucket. I'm a little afraid to dig in there. Yeah. Thank you. Uh-oh, tip jar's full of pens and inhalers and gum wrappers.
Here we go.
And a baseball. Okay. That better be signed by, Josh Hamilton or something. Okay. Nolan Ryan's. Oh, is it? Okay. Okay, here's a love song.
Here's a song for a day, and I'm a million miles away. I love the way you move, and through the street or on a phone, when we're all alone. I love the way you move. I played it cool, but I was a lost and lonely fool, just tripping on my own. Well, you walked in and found me twisting in the wind, and gently you led me home. In the yard or on the A train, when you took my name, I love the way you move. Played it cool, but as a lost and lonely fool, just tripping on my own. You walked in and found me trying to catch the wind, and gently you led me home. Well, just a love remembered new, with this V on rolls for two. I love the way you move. I love the way you move.
Thank you. We were talking about this earlier. What a weird sports year. I mean, just about every team but the Rangers in the state of Texas. Well, and TCU. Again, another weird thing. TCU and the Rangers are like the best teams in Texas. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Just for that, I'm not going to do pearls. I'm just going to do it later. I'm just going to do it later. No, I'm just not ready for it. I'm not feeling it.
Okay, all right. No, he's not
Starts taking bills out of the tip jar. I'm just flattered that anybody remembers the names of my songs. This is actually kind of cool. So this is a song called Rooftop. This is another little jazzy pop song.
somewhere, platform bed, shiftless in the midnight air, and things were working. I bought a seat, but missed the train. Missing picture, got the frame, and things were working. But somehow you found me, a lamp on the corner, a window above me, where I lay. This future wishing is open so slightly, but it's just enough for finding enough for freedom. Come up on your hill, sit beside your windowsill, and someone's been here. Say they took the stairs for me while I crawled along the street, and that's why I'm here. Somehow you found me, a lamp on the corner, a window above me, where I lay. This future wishing is open so slightly, but it's just enough for finding enough for freedom, sweet freedom. Listen to your rainbow-colored attic, dreaming deeply about freedom, sweet freedom. Never saw the sunrise till I saw it from your rooftop in the sky. Oh, 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 somehow you found me, a lamp on the corner, a window above me, where I lay. This future wishing is open so slightly, but it's just enough for finding enough for freedom.
Once again, my rhythm section. Try to have one available everywhere I go.
It's helpful.
Okay, just leave them wanting more. I like this. This man has been in show business.
I got that.
Well, I'm gonna do my song for Ruby first, just because. Somebody applauded that. This is good. Hey, all right. My daughter's name is Ruby. Great. I feel like we struck gold with that name. And she's such a Ruby, but I just, as we were meeting people, and it seemed like everybody had an aunt named Ruby or a grandmother named Ruby, or both. Jackpot. And like nobody's ever had a bad word to say about a Ruby before. So we just felt like it's just perfect. It's a perfect name and fits her to a T. This is a song I wrote for her when she was very, very little. It was a song about coming home, which will be the case tonight, coming home when she's already in bed, and fighting that urge to wake her up.
Do you know what time it is? The night is passing on. I've been standing by to sing you on. towards the dawn, and it's hard sometimes to sleep when you know that there's a watch you must keep. Dream you deep, dream you deep. Do you know what time it is? The night is blushing red. A simple song could chase the shadows from your weary head. And it's hard sometimes to keep from waking you up so I can sing you to sleep. Dream you deep, dream you deep.
Terrific. Thank you guys so much again for listening tonight. Thanks to Randy and Helen and Harold and the whole family for having us back. Such a pleasure to be here, and I do hope that y'all will support this place and support places like this, because it's just so rare. And they just truly are doing this because they love to do it, and they love the art, and they love music, and they love to support artists. So
you belong in pearls tonight, set apart from your daily fight. As my angel of salt and light, you belong in pearls tonight. Well, I ain't got the money to buy them, dear, so here's some crimson ribbon for your long brown hair. Though it don't quite do justice, and that don't seem quite fair. Here's some crimson ribbon for your long brown hair. You belong in pearls tonight, set apart from your daily fight. As my angel of salt and light, you belong in pearls tonight. Well, I ain't got a garden to grow for you, so here's some wild flowers of bronze and blue, the kind like your shining eyes, just a different hue. Here's some wild flowers of bronze and blue. You belong in pearls tonight, set apart from your daily fight. as my angel of salt and light. You belong in pearls tonight. Well, if I had a gold mine, I'd try to buy the moon. For now, all I can afford is to sing to you this tune. And $10 for a bottle of a fine drugstore perfume. On second thought, perhaps I'll just sing to you this tune. You belong in pearls tonight, set apart from your daily fight, as my angel of salt and light. You belong in pearls tonight. Let's do that again. You belong in pearls tonight, set apart from your daily fight, as my angel of salt and light. You belong in pearls tonight, as my angel, as my angel of salt and light. Hey, you belong in pearls tonight. You belong in pearls tonight. You belong in pearls tonight.
Thank y'all so much again. Really appreciate it.